Hey guys! So we've been going over collaboration settings and how collaboration files work, and really the coordination effort that has to take place among all different trades. Now, God forbid, but suppose something happens to your central file, or you have to go back to your main file and make changes. Well, if some sort of mistake arises, there's a feature in Revit that honestly has always baffled me. I was never entirely sure if it worked or not. So what would happen is I would go to the Collaborate tab and go into my Restore Backup. And let me go to the desktop here. And I would see the Central File Test Backup. And again, yours might be on your local server. But when I would double click to enter into the folder, there wouldn't be any backups listed. It would be empty. Well, I realized that what's happening is it's just browsing for the folder. So even though none of those save points would show up, if I click open under that folder, then all the save points do show up. And so what I realized is every time I synchronize, whether it was just a couple minutes ago or a couple of hours ago, you can actually implement a rollback to that time, or choose Save As, which will let you take the project at its current point and save it as a backup file. Now keep in mind that this is based on our journals. So when we first created that Save As or central file, that created that 100 amount. So again, if I go to File and do Save As, and then make this a central file, then those maximum backups, which are also known as journals, will determine the number of saves or backup points that you have. Now these backup points, the points in time that you can restore back to, are based on how many times or how many of your coworkers synchronize. So if you're working on a larger team, you may very well need 100 backups. So for instance, if you're working on a team of 10 people, and each of those 10 people saves 10 times, well, that's 100 save points right there. So keep in mind that you can increase this backup amount just by creating a new central file. Now when you actually want to restore back, just click the Restore Backup button from the Collaborate tab. Then open your backup folder and wait for this prompt. And again, each time you create a central file, a backup folder will be created. And this basically fills in for those .001, .002 local files. Every time you save, it'll create a new backup, and just like we showed you, you can control the number of backups that show. Alright, that basically covers synchronizing and backup restore points. I'll see you in the next lesson.